Deep in the forest, a tiny, desperate cry echoed through the trees. No one knew where it was coming from. But when a brave rescue team followed the sound, what they found will melt your heart. This forest is wild and mysterious. Thick trees, muddy trails, and hidden dangers everywhere. For 2 days, locals had heard small cries but couldn't find the source. Some even feared it might be a lost child or worse. But the truth was far more fragile and heart-wrenching. The rescue team knew the clock was ticking. Every moment that passed lessened the chances of a happy ending. As they ventured deeper, the sounds of civilization faded, replaced by the rustling of leaves and the anxious calls of birds. The cries grew a little louder, a little more urgent, guiding them through the dense undergrowth. It was a race against time, against nature itself. After hours of searching, the team discovered a tiny fawn trapped in a tangle of vines and fallen branches. Its legs were stuck and it trembled from fear and exhaustion. It looked around helplessly, letting out weak cries that pulled at every rescuer's heart. They knew they had to act, but carefully. The little creature was completely entangled, a prisoner of the very forest it called home. Its big, innocent eyes were wide with panic, and each small bleat was a plea for help. The team approached slowly, speaking in soft, hushed tones, trying not to frighten it any further. It was a delicate situation. One wrong move could cause more harm than good. The forest floor was slippery and dangerous, making the rescue tricky. One wrong step could injure the fawn or the team. They gently cut away the vines, using soft words to calm the little animal. Each vine they removed revealed more of its fragile body. Small, scared, but still fighting to survive. The tension was unbearable. Everyone held their breath. The rescuers worked with surgical precision, their hands steady despite the adrenaline coursing through them. The fawn, sensing their gentle intentions, seemed to quiet down, its cries softening into small whimpers. The air was thick with suspense as the final vine was snipped away. The little body was limp, exhausted from its struggle, but it was finally free from the thorny trap. The fawn's cries became weaker, and mud clung to its tiny legs. One rescuer knelt close, whispering soothing words. Finally, after careful effort, they lifted the fawn out of the trap. It was free, but trembling and too weak to stand. Everyone could feel the weight of what had just happened. A life saved, but only just. As they held the fragile creature, its heart was beating like a drum against the rescuers' hands. It was so small, so vulnerable. They knew the next few hours were critical. The immediate danger was over, but the fight for its life had just begun. The forest, which had been its prison, now felt like a silent witness to this moment of profound connection and relief. They wrapped the fawn in a soft blanket and carried it to a safe clearing. Water was given drop by drop, and its small body was cleaned of mud and scratches. For a long few minutes, the fawn didn't move. Then it slowly lifted its head, blinking at the rescuers as if understanding it was safe now. Tears welled up in everyone's eyes. The team worked with gentle efficiency, tending to its minor wounds and offering comfort. The simple act of cleaning the mud from its fur felt like washing away the trauma of its ordeal. That moment when its head lifted, a spark of life returning to its eyes, was pure magic. It was a silent acknowledgement, a thank you that needed no words. In that silent forest, a bond was formed, pure trust between the fragile animal and the humans who risked everything to save it. The rescuers stayed close all night, ensuring it was warm, hydrated, and safe from predators. By morning, the little fawn could stand and even take a few careful steps. It was a miracle born from patience, love, and courage. They took turns watching over it, their quiet presence a protective shield. As the sun rose, casting a golden glow through the trees, the fawn's strength returned. It nuzzled against the hands that had freed it, a gesture of pure, instinctual gratitude. The transformation from a terrified, trapped animal to this curious, recovering creature was breathtaking. After a few days of care, the fawn was ready to return home. The rescue team carried it back to a quiet part of the forest, away from danger. It hesitated, then turned to glance at the rescuers one last time, almost as if saying thank you. Then it disappeared into the trees, free and safe. Finally part of the wild again. Letting go was bittersweet. They had grown attached to the little survivor. but they knew its rightful place was in the wild. That final look back felt like a goodbye, a shared memory etched forever in the heart of the forest. Watching it bound away, strong and confident, was the ultimate reward for their tireless efforts. Sometimes the smallest cries are the loudest calls for help. This little fawn's story reminds us, kindness and courage can change a life forever. If this story touched your heart, share it and help more lives find hope. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming rescues.